multiple things, this one. What's that? What's new in the shop? You got to get rid of other destinations. So you have more than one destination. So maybe
I don't think I do, because this is the only one that shows
shouldn't
lives.
be showing two. What's new in the shop shouldn't be showing two. You have two different.
So
yeah.
And it was it just took a second. Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Can you have that up there and it'll be okay?
Yes, I'll be able to.
Okay, but we gotta turn the volume off on this. Okay. You like that? It's gonna be. I think you're good.
Am I good? Are we live? Oh yeah, I see some people.
Yeah. You're good.
Okay.
Is that in your way?
No, I'm good. Oh, my
Good morning.
Good morning. It has been a minute, hasn't it? I don't think I've had a sew-along since November? So yeah, good to see everybody. How's everyone doing? We are going to hop into spring. Although I haven't decided on which color. I think I'm kind of liking this one. What do you guys think? Of course, this one is very sweet.
Yeah. Hey, Lori.
Your kit has enough to make both. So, hello. I know, it's been way too long.
Curtis, no worries, I left him up here.
Way too long. I am feeling amazing. Thank you for asking, yes. It was just a weird little anomaly, right? Hopefully it never happens again. That was just too weird. So what do you guys think? This one or this one? I'm thinking this one. I like this one. With the passion, the color passion. I really like that color. I really like it. Love the peach one. I know that one is so pretty too, isn't it? It's very sweet. It's very, very, very sweet. I do like the little flowers. This one actually is my favorite. I think I picked out this background. And Jeannie picked out this one. So we went with both. You guys, if you got the kit here, you have enough for both. All right, decision-making time. How about we do the peach one? We'll do the peach one. I really like. I got them both ready to go. So, there we go. Okay, so this is what you're gonna need. I got them all ready to go because I couldn't decide. Just love them both. But I think we're gonna do this one. I really like this one. It's very sweet. So I'll get this all separated and I'll show you what I've done to prepare. Hopefully I did it all correctly. Okay, so this is the one. Made a decision. We're gonna go with this one. Little yellow and pink flowers. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's so cute. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So in your kit, we only need one of these. You have everything you need. So you'll have a little bit of felt. The felt is for the bunny. I think the directions are for just cotton fabric. And if you do use cotton fabric, they want you to put like a heat and bond light behind it so you can fuse it down after you cut it out. You can fuse it down. But you don't need to do that for this. This we're just going to lay down. So we have our Way to try to watch for. Have to sew this one out later. New puppy. Yes, they're like having an infant, aren't they? New puppies. But they're so worth it. So this is a 5x12, and this will be for our little rabbits. Then we need, of course, our 3 panels. And the directions, I went a little off script here with this too. So the directions want you to, after you sew out the placement line. Thank you. I'm going to get my brain working this morning. Placement line, they want you to lay down the fusible backing, and then they want you to put this on top, and then they want you to iron it down while it's in the hoop. I just centered it on here and ironed it on here before I'm even going to lay it down. And it works just fine. It's a lot easier for me. So all 3 of my panels have their fusible fleece, which is also in your kit, so you'll have that too. And I just cut it and fused it on there. And then you have your back pieces, and you need 6 because you need 2 each. So 3 of them you don't need to do anything to. They're just 5x5 squares. Then the other 3, you need so that when it's done, it doesn't have a raw edge. So you need to iron this down. And they just say to iron it, but you know me, I don't like it because it flips up and moves around and all that. So I use my Steam-A-Seam 1/4-inch tape, and I just basically glued that down. You could use a glue stick. You could use, whatever you have. And but 3 of these have to have a little fold over to get rid of that raw edge in our finished little product here. Yeah. Yeah, my way is a little bit, a little more upfront preparation, but then once you get going, it just flies by. These are the colors I'm using. I think she does have a thread kit, which these are all great spring colors. Aren't they pretty? This is all the colors to do both colorways. So we won't be using all of these, I don't think, but I do have it. As I go, as I make the sample, I just kind of write down what color I'm using on what step. So I'll let you know when we get to each step which color I'm using. But all of these are to make both colorways. So that's good, and they're just pretty spring colors that you need to have in your stash. Okay, and that's it. I mean, this is a really fast, simple one, I think. And we'll get started. I'm using the 6x10. You can use I think it's a 9.5 by 14. If you use your 9.5 by 14, you can put all 3 of them like this and do all 3 at once. I've done that before, and it just didn't feel like it saved me any time. It does save stabilizer. So that's something to consider when you're thinking about using your 9.5 by 14. Is it 9.5 by? Yeah, it's 9.5 by 14. But you can do all 3 at once. They do kind of, you have to tape this up a little bit just to keep it out of the way for the next one on each thing, but because they are kind of crowded in there. But it can be done, and you get it all done at once. So that's something to consider if you have that size hoop. But I'm going to be using the 6x10. I'm also going to be using the cutaway mesh. I think there was a question about, because she does have a note in here about that it can shrink. And before using, in any embroidery products, give it a good steam press and get any shrinkage out of the way. You can do that. I wouldn't put my iron right on it. I've seen it done. And what they do is they, I don't have an iron in here. I just noticed. Okay. So I do have an iron. So what they do is they take the iron and they hover it over. They don't set it on there. Okay. Don't set your iron down on this. It will melt. So, just hover it over there and push the steam and get it kind of warm with the steam. It might bunch up a little bit, but it's still perfectly usable. But do not set your iron down on there. It will melt and stick to your iron and be a hot mess. So that is something to consider. I've never done that before, and I've never really had a problem. But you might see something if you throw them in the washer. Maybe they'll just crinkle up a little bit, but the quilting on there should hold everything in place, and it shouldn't really like ruin your project. Will the threads used be for the other color? Yes, they're for both. Will be shared or available somewhere. Oh, which step we used them on? Oh, I can certainly put that together and have Graydon put that with the sew along on the website. I'll just whip up a little. You'll know what steps I used in this one, but I'll do them both. I'll just do a little spreadsheet saying what step I used, what color to make them look like this. Now you may want to switch it up or whatever, but yeah, they turned out really cute, didn't they? Jeannie picks out all of the threads, and then I kind of pick where I put them. But she just picks out the prettiest threads, for each project. And these little flowers are just so sweet. I don't know if you can really see them. But they're like orange and pink, and there's a little green in there. I just thought this was so sweet. Okay, so if we don't have any questions, I think she means if the thread kits are available. Oh yes, yeah, they are. They're available. She has a thread kit for this.
I'm being helped.
Good morning. You have a thread kit for this, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, they were asking. I was almost positive. And it's these colors here. So, yes, it is available on the website. If you click on Hop into Spring, it should be in the drop-down menu for the thread kit. Click on that, and it'll show you the thread kit. Your machine's in the shop. Ew. Oh, I hate that. When I have to take my machine in to go to just get a routine, because I do it once a year, I am sad. I'm like just sad. I mean, I shouldn't be, but it's just sad, isn't it? Oh, I hate it. Threads and fabric. Yes, so pretty. I love this fabric. I'm pretty sure she has more of this too if you just want to buy some just to have it, because I think that's just spring, spring, spring all day long. Okay, so I've got my machine hooked up, or my hoop hooked up to my machine. I'm going to get this camera over here ready, and I'll show you. Oops. Oh, there we go. Let me get this camera here. I got to see what I'm doing. I just use USB. I don't, let me put this here. I know that's in your view, but let's switch cameras. And can back up just a little bit. This is everything on my USB. This is coming up. April showers bring May flowers. That's going to be fun. And then this is the Stitcher sewing room that we're going to be doing. But here is what we're going to be working on today. Hop into spring. We're going to do the H. I'm going to set, just in case we have any newbies. There we go. And we got the green light over here. I'll try to move you without making you sick. Let me see what you see here. Yep, we got the green light. Let's see. I'm going to make sure that the camera, or that the machine is not like screaming at us. You let me know how the sound is, okay? So I'm going to put in linen because that's what I'm going to use for the quilting on these. I'm going to use linen. That's what I used. I didn't, I mean, you could use a brighter color and it would look really pretty on there, but it would show up quite a bit because it is, I think I used a little darker. I think I used peach on the other one because it had has a little more color to the fabric. Yeah, I can't believe how long it's been since I've done a sew-along. I was just thinking about that before. I think it was before Thanksgiving. Did I say that already? Okay, so it's just going to do a placement line where it wants us to place our normally you would just put down your fusible fleece with the glue side up if you want to do it just like, oh, this machine's so quiet. Okay. See, normally they would have you take this off, put down your fusible fleece, put this on top, and then I don't understand that because it moves around anyway. So I can see where I'm putting this, and I can see where I'm putting it up here. And I can move it a little bit that way, but I think we're good. And now it's just going to tack it down. To me, it's just a little easier. Just as long as you get your fusible fleece inside that square, you're fine. And it's going to go right into the quilting. So, just so you know, whatever you're using for this step needs to be the color for your quilting. Chart you discussed. Yes, yes. I'll give a little note to Jeannie, and hopefully she'll remember to talk about it on the live stream. 'Cause, yeah. That is no problem at all. It's been so long. How was everybody's holiday? It seems funny to talk about that in April, but gosh, it's been a while. Mine was good. It's nice and quiet and wonderful. I've been so busy here at the shop. Right, yeah, if you want a specific color. Yeah, you need to know. It just goes right into that after it tacks down your background. It goes right into the quilting. Sometimes that gets me. Sometimes that gets me, you know, because you don't read, especially when your directions are mostly they're just words. So pictures help. But these are just words, so you gotta, I think it tells you. Yeah, this is stitch color 2, and it does a perimeter basting stitch and background stitching. So, and sometimes like on these kinds of instructions that don't have pictures, I'll highlight things that I know won't register in my brain. So I'll get a highlighter out and yeah, I always try to read through the directions before I start anything, even if it's something I've done before but haven't done in a while. I try to read through them, and that's something I would highlight for myself, just to okay, now we're going to do our little border around here. And let's see, what color did I use? A green for that, but I didn't. Yeah, sage. I used sage. This is sage. Pretty color. Let's see, yeah, you can see that. So that's glide sage. Are you good? I'm good. I need to grab some little scissors so I can cut my thread. Here we go. You'll have to forgive me, I'm a little rusty. Okay. My scissors. These are my favorite scissors. Okay. All right, got our sage in there. Just gonna do our little border. So fun to make. They're so cute. Let's see what's next. What is next? Sage. So we're going to do the H next. And for that I used mango smoothie. That sounds good, doesn't it? Mango smoothie. There we go. Bit of an orangey. Isn't that pretty? That's our next color. You're welcome.
Yeah, I was just saying.
I've been working on, I was trying to use phone hotspot. Oh, working on your internet. It's good. Grandbabies came. Aww. From New York? For New Year's Eve. Oh, how nice. It's always wonderful when you can see your grandbabies. I've been missing my grandbabies. I have one that lives close to me that I see all the time, and she's just amazing and wonderful, and I love her to death. But I've got quite a few that live far away from me, and I haven't seen them in what feels like forever. So I think I don't have a New Year's resolution, but maybe that should be it. I need to spend more time with my grandbabies. Yeah.
Right.
They are fun to love on. Birthday not too long ago, and for my birthday I got the Brother PQ 1600. Yippers, I did, and I love it. I love it so much. It's just a straight stitch machine. It doesn't even do a zigzag, just straight stitch. And you might think, well, gosh, you know, my machine does a straight stitch. I don't need another one that does a straight stitch. Oh my gosh, yes you do. I'm perfect.
Good, awesome. What can I get for you? Anything?
We're good.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's number one, it's a powerhouse. It'll go through just about anything. And it's fast. And, you know, I have a Solaris. And every time I want to sew, I have to, you know, break it down and do all that stuff. Although, I'm still going to sew on my Solaris because they say it's very bad if you have a dual machine, if you just use it for embroidery and you don't sew on it. They said that that's bad for it, that, you know, the feed dogs don't work right after a while and stuff. So you got to keep everything moving and lubing, you know. So, okay, we're going to go into our mango smoothie. So I will still sew on my Solaris, but it sure is nice when I just have to, you know, zip something up or whatever. I don't have to break down my machine and, you know, it's kind of a chore, isn't it? But it is so strong, though. I was just really impressed on how I do some quilting. But last night I was putting together the sewing your stitch room. Stitching, okay. Stitching your sewing room. And it, you know, after you embroider everything, you got to sew it together. So there's some thick seams. Oh my gosh, just like nothing. Perfect stitches. Okay, we're doing the H. You know what? This seems like it's, yeah, look at that. I'm like, that doesn't look right. Okay. Let me, oof, hopefully I can get in there, right? Because it really needs to be tightened up. Let's see. Let's do it with my hands, I guess. Somebody didn't tighten it up. For shame, for shame. Urgh. Okay, let's make sure that's tight. Okay. I'm like, that looked wiggly. Okay. There we go. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. No, it's not a combo machine. The Solaris is. The Solaris is a combo machine. The PQ 1600 is just a straight stitch. It's just a straight stitch, and it, you know, like it doesn't even do a zigzag, just straight. And it's all metal. It's all mechanical. There's no digital anything. And so I figure, you know, when I'm piecing a quilt, I can also be doing an embroidery, right? How spoiled am I? I'm very, 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 very blessed and lucky. Yeah, I love it. So that was my birthday present. Yeah, make sure you sew on your combo machines a little bit. Just every once in a while. I know it's easy, you know, you're thinking, oh, I don't want to break it down and do all that stuff. Just do it a few times a year and it should be fine. And they sew so beautifully. You want to keep them doing that, you know? It's going to be hard though. It's going to be hard to sew on my Solaris, but now that I have a PQ 1600, and it's all set up. It's always ready to go too. So it's going to be hard, but I'm going to do it. Because, you know, sometimes you need a zigzag, sometimes you need a blanket stitch, sometimes all the beautiful decorative stitches that those machines have, you know. And of course, well, you can do free motion on the 1600. Can do free motion on that. Because I'm just not that creative, you know. I can't just like sit down and make pretty loop-de-loops or anything like that. I do it. Looks like a toddler. Got a hold of my machine if I do that. But you can do the straight stitching quilting on it. You know, if you're just doing a grid or diamonds or anything like that. You can do that on your straight stitch. Yeah. What's next? Let's see. We're going to use the color bark. Oh, we're going to put our bunny on here now. It's time for the bunny. It says change thread color to your choice for the bunny's satin cover stitch. And then it says stitch color 5, the bunny fabric placement line. But we are using felt. And let me get bark. Bark is just a pretty brown. Did you see the new Brother Bohl? I did. I watched it. I know. I'm gonna have to go look at that. I would use that on my Solaris, right? It looks really, really interesting. I'm gonna have to go check it out. I just leave the embroidery arm. Rarely do I take it off to put on the extension table. It just depends on what I'm. Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah, you can just leave the embroidery arm, which is very convenient. That is convenient. But sometimes, like if I'm doing something, it'll get in the way. But yes, that is true. You can leave it on there, which is very handy. I call myself a crafter, not an artist. Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly. It's like I'm a cook. I'm not a chef. I can follow a recipe, right? I can follow a recipe, but I can't make them up. Okay, let's take out our mango. Put in our bark. The shop is busy. Just buzzing out there. Okay. Got our bark in. And we're going to do a placement line for our felt. God bless America. Here we go. I should have silenced my phone. I'm sorry about that. Let me silence my phone. Whoopsies. Whew, jumped a mile. Okay, sorry about that. All right. Let's cover up our little bunny. Now we need to use this for all three, so let's try and get as close as we can. Okay. Ooh, I got close. Okay, we're going to trim this. Try and trim it right here. I think it's so much cuter that it has some texture. I mean, of course, there's a lot of cotton fabrics out there that would make an adorable little bunny. And as always, if you guys make this, put it on the Facebook so I can see. Oh, fuzzy though, right? There we go. It's kind of curvy. It will have, you know, a cover stitch over the edge, so you don't have to, you can get pretty close. Okay, there's our bunny. Oh, cute. Okay, we're going to leave the bark in because by the picture it looks like we're going to do the cover stitch. There we go. All right. I love Janine Babich too. Babich. Yes, I love her too. She, you know, you see these designers like Lori Holt or, you know, Janine Babich, and you just know that they have the most adorably beautiful homes. They just have to, right? I think Lori Holt has done a YouTube video on her sewing room, which is amazing. If you don't know Lori Holt, you need to check her out. I'm sure you all do, though. But she's an old soul, isn't she? She just likes everything from like mid-century. That bunny is cute, huh? Next is going to be linen. We're going to do linen again. That is going to be for the bunny tail. It says here you could use pom-poms. You could put a little pom-pom over that. That would be cute. Just use some fabric glue, I guess. But we are just going to use linen because actually the stitching on the tail is adorable. It's pretty cute. Get this piece out. I know I shouldn't be putting my fingers in there. Got our linen coming up, blotted linen with a soft white. Oops.
He's so cute. I love the brown bunny, but we could have done a white bunny.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have done that. I have white
Yeah,
felt too.
Yeah. Cute. I could put a white bunny in the middle. A white bunny might look good on the other colorway because the background isn't so white. That would be cute.
Don't make me cry.
Okay. Put her bark away. We're sorry, we were too loud. Okay. Linen.
I need to bring
little
it in
tail.
on the website.
And after that,
Here we go.
what? Check the upper thread. Well, what happened? It's threaded. Let's see. Okay, let's try it again. I wonder what's going on. I'm just going to rethread the whole thing just to make sure I didn't miss a tension disc or something here. A little click, I heard it. Okay. All right, I'm going to go back because it's done so many stitches. There we go. This is weird. It's threaded. Okay. I'm just gonna just start from the beginning. Okay. I don't know why it's saying I don't have upper thread. But, you know, it's not a sew along with me. Unless something goes terribly wrong. Okay. That is threaded, okay? Threaded, threaded, threaded. Here we go. Okay. Touch the frame. Okay. I'm going to check the bobbin. I'm going to redo the bobbin. See if that's my issue. Okay. I'm still threaded. I'm going to go back. Must have been the bobbin, huh? Okay. I think we're back in business. Yeah. Yes, Margaret, I know. Check the bobbin. I know. The computer's like way far away from me. I have to get up to read it. Yes. It was the bobbin. You were right. I got a big old thread here that I would like to get cut. There we go. I'm going to get rid of that. There we go. Okay, now I need black for the eye. You could use blue. Your rabbit could have a little blue eye. And if you did a white bunny, it could have a pink eye. That would be cute. Black is kind of a harsh color. You could use a darker brown, but I'm just going to use black. Little eye, and then what's next? Flowers, I think. So it's gonna do, oh no, we're doing the letters. We're doing the letters, and I wanted to use, I think I used the darker brown, or the darker green, which is aloe. So this is darker than what we used here, right? Yeah, we used sage there. So this is aloe. It's a little darker. Okay. So aloe. And it's going to do the word in. And then we'll do our flowers. And let's see. Our flowers are Buttercup and Passion. I'll show you those. Oh, we're already done. So we're going to put in our Buttercup, which is a really pretty yellow. I really like that yellow. And then the middle will be Passion, which is a really pretty pink. Little yellow flowers. Pretty, 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 isn't it? We'll get a good look at it here in a minute when the flowers are done. We were putting the back on. I know this isn't the best angle, but going to put our passion in. In the middle of the flowers. And then this one is done. We just have to put the back on. Okay. All right. Cute. Okay, I'm going to put linen back in because it's going to do the around the perimeter. I don't want to see pink. It's a bright pink, so. Let it finish. Okay. So I'm going to change the thread real quick and then we're going to go over and put the back on. Okay. Just so it's ready to go. Okay. All right. I'm going to move the camera over to the table. There we go. All right. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Wonder if that's zoomed in. Let's see. Oh. Oh, here we go. Image control. There. That's as zoomed in as I can get. Okay. Okay. So we have, isn't it cute? Look at how cute it is. That's adorable. Okay. So we need one with our turned over edge, and we need one that's not. Okay, so let's read our directions. Position. Okay. Oh, we didn't do our tabs. We didn't do our tabs. Oh, for heaven's sake. Okay, well, that's easy. I've got my extras with my kit. Let's make our tabs. We'll do it together. Okay. Let's see. I am going to need this. Here's one of these. I'm going to cut a 2x2. Just 2x2. Okay. Get our iron hot. We're going to need our iron hot. We're going to need 6 of these, but I'm just going to do 2, and then while the other one's stitching, I'll try to remember to do it. Okay, so there I have 2 that are 2 by 2. Let me get my iron ready. Hold on. But yeah, instead of using ribbon, I just use a little bit of the, sorry, I'm in the way here. There we go. Okay. We've got one of these Aliso irons. I've never, how do you make it go hot? Like that? Is that going to get hot? Okay, so we are also going to use some more. Well, what does it say? Okay, Margaret, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Okay. We're going to use some of our steam-a-seam, 1/4 of an inch. On the wrong side. Is that hot? Why is that not getting hot? Cotton. What makes this get hot? It's plugged in. I don't know how to use this iron. Do I have to leave it down like that? I thought I did. I don't have a fancy iron. Let me ask how this works. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
Oh. Okay, so is it plugged in? Okay. So technically it's on minimum. It should be on. Do you want it on
Cotton.
let's see. Linen and cotton. So I got it on that. No stuff, right?
Right.
Okay. So as soon as this stops blinking, but it has have you been going through that? I don't see anything there.
Okay.
No, okay, so technically, hold on. It's starting to heat.
Okay, perfect.
But anyway, I don't know if you use the thing like that or not.
I don't, I
Okay.
just wanted to get hot.
Yeah. Technically, it should be getting hot.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. I've never used one of these.
Sorry, you guys.
No, I'm used to having the Panasonic back here. Okay. All right. It's flashing green, and it's pretty hot. Okay, so I'm just going to flatten these out a little bit, get them warmed up, and I'm going to take and I'm going to put one on 2 sides. One here, and one here. Okay. Okay. We're just going to get that hot. Melt that glue a little bit. Oh, yeah, I can leave this iron down, huh? Oh, yeah, it's hot now. Okay. If you get these a little warm, they stick a little better. But sometimes you just got to hold it, put it on there. Okay. And I'm just putting, these are squares, doesn't matter which sides, just that they're opposite, okay? And then you let it cool just for a minute or so. And then we're going to peel this off, both sides. Okay. And then I'm just going to fold it in, each one to the middle. Doesn't have to be perfect. You're not going to see that side of it anyway. So, and that's our little, you can fold it again. Whew, that's hot. You can fold it again if you like. It won't stay. Let's do this one. Okay, again, we're just going to fold both ends into the center together. You don't need to overlap them or anything. Just, see what I'm doing? I don't know if you can. Probably not. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just kind of folding them into the center like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm just going to, there we go. Now I don't know how to turn this off, so I guess I'll just leave it. Okay. All right, so let's go back to our directions. Position 2 of the folded ribbons. I'm using these tabs so that the fold extends to the lower edge of the rectangle satin, which is, yeah, I'm going to need this to move. Put it back down here. Okay. Put my tabs on here too. Okay. The rectangle, which is this border here, and the raw edge extends outside the stipple area. Set the outside edge of each ribbon 1/4 inch in from the edge of the cross hatch stitch. Fill. Okay. And we're going to need our tape. I've got some Kimberbill tape here. Coming in here dancing. Okay, let's see. I need my little ruler. Oh, it's right here. So I have this little 1 inch by 6 inch rule, 5 inch ruler, but it comes in handy. Okay, so let's make sure, I have to always read these. Let's get some tape ready. Okay, we've got some tape ready. All right. Extends to the lower edge of the rectangle. The lower edge is the inside edge. So I'm going to fold this in half. And I'm going to, you just want to cover it. Just cover the, cover the border so you don't see it. That's all I'm going to do. Okay. And then it says 1/4 inch in from the edge of the crossed hatch fill. That's not going to be enough for me. So, because 1/4 inch is way out here. I don't want it to be way out here. So I'm going to go in 1/8 of an inch, and as long as you do it the same, so I'm going in 1/8 of an inch from this corner, from the corner of the border here where it turns. I'm just going to put my ruler on there 1/8 of an inch, butt that up to it, and that's where I'm putting my hangers. Okay. And you just find what looks good. Just make sure it's, you know, within that border. I think it needs to be within this border. But just make sure whatever measurement you use it the same on all of them. Okay. So here's my second one. I'm going to fold it in half. Can you guys see? And I'm just going to cover that. I'm going to put my ruler here at 1/8 of an inch. Out on the outer edge is my 1/8 of an inch, right? Okay. I'm going to butt that up to it. And it's just going to cover that border. And I'm going to tape. And then I'm going to see if it looks pretty even, the same. And to me it does. To me it looks pretty good. Okay, all right. So, well, you know, this one could move in just a tad because I'm seeing that one. I'm just going to eyeball it just the tiniest, like 2 threads. 2 stitches is all I moved it. I think that looks pretty good, and they look pretty even. I'm going to make sure they're even like this, because otherwise it'll hang cattywampus, and you don't want to do that. Okay, so we've taped those down. Now we're going to position the prepared backing fabric. Lay 1 backing. Okay, so they do have pictures of this here. Okay, so they want the one with the folded edge on the bottom. So let's take our folded edge. We're putting right sides together. Okay. We want to be at least 1/4 of an inch past that stitch, that bottom stitch line. Okay. You see I'm not going all the way to the bottom here. I'm just kind of making sure I've got at least 1/4 of an inch there, because I want to overlap. Okay, and we're going to lay that one down like this. Now we're going to need some tape. See, it's so much easier with pictures, right? It's like, oh, I got a picture. Just tape these corners just to make sure. This thing right here is kind of messing with my hoop. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to be careful going over here, and I'll show you at the machine what I'm going to do. I just don't want it to mess up. Okay, that was quick. All right, we had to make the tabs, and it was still pretty quick. Let me get a good view over here. Thinking. Look, I'm on the cord here. Okay. There we go. What does that look like? Oh, that's no bueno. Okay. Oh. Okay. Let me move this camera back. Oh, these cords, right? Here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that right there. Okay. And I'm going to move this. But it's got to get out from underneath my chair. There we go. All right. You can see what you got here. Go a little closer. There, maybe that's good. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to put this on and then I'll move you over. Okay, let's move over here. Looks pretty good. Okay, because it's the top I want you to see. So we put our linen in. All right, so it's going to start here and then it's going to go across. So I'm going to kind of have my fingers in here a little bit. So look away if that bothers you. But what I'm going to do, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this button down. I'm going to hold this button down here. And I'm going to go real slow until I get onto that tab. Okay. I just want to make sure my tab doesn't get knocked out of place here. It's going to go up, and it's doing like a triple stitch. So it's going to go up. I'm going really slow. Hopefully you can kind of see, but I'm on the tab now, so I'm gonna let it go until it gets close to this one. And then I'm gonna stop. And I just don't want it to push my tab out of alignment. I just wait until it gets right on top of my tab a little bit, and then I can let it go. I just don't want it as it's getting on the tab to push it. Okay. You could lift your foot up. If your machine does that, you could lift your foot up for that part. We'll watch it here, but we're okay. All right. We're going back over to the table, and we're done with this one. We got a little more work to do with it, though. Go ahead, I'm going to move this again. I'm coming over. Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right, did I have any questions on that? La 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 la. Oh, isn't it wonderful, Steam-A-Seam? You can use it on so many things. Love, love, love Steam-A-Seam. And it comes in all different widths, too. They have a 1/2 inch. They have a 1 inch. I mean, you know, you can hem up, like, your pants with that and wash them. And everything. I mean, that stuff's nice. It's an auto off. You have one of those irons? Oh, gosh. You put the top down first. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. That's probably a better idea, huh? Okay. And what she means is she did opposite how we put these down. Which, I mean, it doesn't matter. As long as this one goes down first, whether you put it on top or on the bottom, because this one has to be on the outside. The one with the fold has to be on the outside. Okay, I think I got all the tape. All right, so let me make sure I'm not missing a step. Okay, so we need our iron again. But I think, take it out. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it first. So we're going to cut this 1/4 inch all the way around. Okay. Get my cutter. And I guess I'll use this one. So I'm just going to line up 1/4 inch. I'm not going to take a whole lot off either. You could use your trimmer by George. We're just going to go 1/4 inch all the way around. Okay. And then we're going to get another piece of our fusible fleece. Okay. Oh, I didn't do this part. Okay. Close that up, right? So now we have this. And on this side, the side with the stitching, of course, we are going to put another piece of our fusible fleece that we cut. We're going to put this here. Okay. Let's see if I get this. Oh, the iron's green. Does that mean it's still hot? Now, this, you should use steam. I don't think there's any water in here, so I'm not. If you use steam, it will, it'll really stick a lot better. But I don't think I have any water in here. So, oh, I have to keep my hand on it. Okay. Okay, if you use steam, this might come up while I'm turning it because I didn't use steam. But if you use steam, it'll really get it down nice and solid. Okay, so that's done. Now we can cut our corners. I'm going to use bigger scissors here. You know, you can cut your corners just a little bit. I don't even get anywhere near these stitches. Some people get right up next to them. I can't. That just, but you know, I'll take a little bit out. Take a little bit out, just a little bit. There we go. All right, moment of truth. Now I'm gonna stick my thumb up in here. You see my thumb? And I'm gonna push these two things down here, and then I'm gonna use my finger, and I'm gonna push it out with my finger. Okay, just like that. See, I get a pretty good corner there doing that. My thumb up there, push down the two sides, and use my finger, push it through. I'm going to do one side at a time. You can use the hangers too. Yeah, see, these hangers are in a pretty good place. This one looks a little higher. I could have been a little more careful. But I still think it'll hang well. I don't think it's like huge. It's like 1/32 of an inch higher, so it's not bad. But you can tell. Okay, I'm going to do the same on this side. Use my finger. Grab that corner. Use my finger. Push it all the way through. Now, you have felt on here, so ironing this, you would want to cover it. I'm just going to iron from the back. And I'm just going to push these sides a little bit just to kind of get them to lay flat when I iron. So I'm going to iron real quick. I don't know what that noise was. Just kind of get it nice and flat, because I'm going to close this, and we want to make sure our corners are good too. So you could get a corner pusher outer. I don't know, what do you call those things? Point turner, maybe? I've got one somewhere in here, I'm sure. Oh, I was naughty and didn't put it. Oh no, I put it back. Look at that. See, I was good. I was good. So this is the point turner I use. It's a clover. And just before we close it up, we just want to make sure our corners are where we want them. And I think we did a pretty good job with just our fingers. What do you think? There we go. Okay. So we're going to close this up, and we're going to use our steam-a-seam again. So I'm going to cut a piece that's about long enough, not all the way to the edge. I'm going to put it down inside here to where I can't see it anymore. But as close to the edge as I can get. I think that's pretty good. It's disappeared. I'm going to get it hot. Steama seems really good for closing up bags. Cute, cute, cute. Yes. It is cute. Kind of let it cool a little bit. Tape will come off a little easier. There we go, because the glue is still a little hot. That iron is really warm. There we go. Okay. So, and it's a little sticky, so that's good. We can kind of push it down where we want it to be. Push the top down. Push this down. And then we'll give it an iron and it'll be sealed. There we go. That's not coming open. First one done. Cute. Okay. Let's get our hoop. These actually go pretty fast, considering, you know, some of them are kind of involved. But, you know, if you have everything ready to go, unlike me, if you have your tabs and everything ready to go, it goes a little quicker. But we'll make our tabs while this one's stitching. There we go. The wonderful thing about cutaway is that you can pull it and get it snug. You can't really do that with tearaway because it just tears right out of your hands. Okay. All right. Let's do our second one. I'm going to move this camera again. Hold on just a second. Okay, make sure we have a decent view. There we go. Okay, let me turn you over here and I can show you what I'm doing. In case we... There must be 1,000 wires back here. I don't even know what they all go to. Okay. But they want to be on this tripod. There we go. Okay. Can you see? Yes. So we're finished embroidering. I'm going to go home. Embroidery. This is an Avenir, in case I didn't say that. USB. Okay, and we're going to do the O. And we're going to set, and we're going to embroider. Just as easy as that. Okay, let's see, that's pretty good, huh? All right. We have our linen in, so that's good. And we're just going to do our placement line. That's hard for you to see, but it's a rectangle, and we're going to line up our not the top, not the background, not the fabric. We're going to line up our fusible fleece inside that square as best we can. Let's see. Oh, we're way over here. Just want it to be kind of even. It's even there. Let's see how we're doing here. That looks pretty good. Okay. Now we're going to do the tack down and the quilting. And you know, if you're ever in doubt on what it's going to stitch out, of course, and I'm sure most of you know that, there's always this picture here that you can look at that's showing that it's going to do the quilting too. So it's a way of double checking yourself. Okay, let's see. It's going to go in the same order as it did for the H. So the next thing is going to be the rectangle border around the outside, which we did in Sage. Sage ready. While it's doing the border, we'll come over here and we'll start on our tabs. Okay, let's get our sage in. And there it goes. Okay, let's start on our tabs. I'll move you over here. Get a piece. Make sure I'm not using one of those. Where's that piece that was already cutting on? Here we go. Get two more out of that. All right, 2 by 2. 2 by 2. Just cut up here. Okay, there's one. Okay, there's 2. Let's get it ironing out here. Let's get it warmed up a little bit. It's a big iron. Okay. Our steam seam. One on each edge, one on opposite. So 2. We only need 2 for each one. Okay. This cord. Yeah. Let that cool. I'm gonna get this one down. It doesn't want to stay. Okay. Okay. The one that's cooled a little bit. Make sure you can see what I'm doing here. Just gonna fold one in, fold the other half in, just like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, that one's good. Well, I can't tell you how much I missed doing sew-alongs. It's so fun to sew with people, with other people. It's so much fun. Okay, our tabs are done. We'll set those aside. That didn't take long. Okay, this is wrapped up here. Here we go. One more. Okay. There we go. Back to the machine. We got that done. This is it. Alright. And our border is almost done. I think next is mango smoothie. Let's see. Yep. Mango smoothie. one for our O. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna get a sip of my coffee. I missed you too. I missed all you guys. Yeah, I just being back here, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot how much fun it is. It is. It's so much fun. So much more fun. I wish you all could be in my sewing room every time I'm in there. Maybe I'll have to tell Jeannie, I just need to go live. I just need to go live in my room every time I go in there and I'm sewing on whatever it is. Because I'm in my sewing room just about every day, working on something. Wouldn't it be fun if I could just go live like Jeannie does? Just to have you guys there, that would be so much fun. Yeah, you're gonna have a little backup there, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I know it's no fun when your machine is gone, and you probably go in your room and look and make a big sigh, and then just turn around and walk out. That's what I would do every day. Oh, so sad. Okay, what's next? Is it our bunny? Let's see. Yep, I think it's our bunny. So we're going to grab bark. Wow, 5 quilts. Oh my goodness. Am I working on a quilt right now? I am not. Oh, you know what I'm doing as far as piecing? I'm making those. I don't know if any of you did the door banners with Riley Blake. They had a monthly door banner program. Here comes the dancing queen. And so I'm doing those now. And I tell you, if you bought that and you haven't opened those boxes yet to sew them and you're intimidated at all, the directions are awesome. Okay, let's change the bark.
I don't know how to do this.
I don't have the scissors in my hand. There we go. Okay. It's the placement for our felt. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Well, I guess I just need to go like this. Oh, how close am I there? I'm pretty close. Let's go up a little bit more. All right. Let's see how close I got. Playing applique chicken. Oh, they have you cut a piece. I mean, there's more. Oh, there we go. There's, they have you cut a piece that's 5 by 12. She gives you a piece that's like 12 by 12 or something. So, I don't know if I can get a third one out. We'll see. Out of the 5 by 12. You might not want to cut yours and just kind of lay it down. But we'll see. We'll see. I have more if I need it. Oops, sorry. Bumping the camera. Remember, there's a satin stitch. You don't have to get super close, but you want to get as close as you can without cutting the stitches, of course. I think it's great that the kit gives you 2 colorways, you know? You could make one for a friend, or if, you know, you're like me and sometimes you just mess it up beyond fixing and you can make another one. So we're going to have to get a third one on that. We probably can, huh? We'll see. We'll see. But I would not cut your felt if I were you. Just to be on the safe side, because she did give you extra. All right, satin stitch. We still barking. Barking. What is after bark? The tail. So we're gonna do linen. I'm gonna do this little cottontail. Yes, the doors. I am caught up to this one. Wow, you're caught up. No, these were not OASD. They were Riley Blake, and they were all piecing. And each month was by a different designer. And they came in the cute little boxes that are magnetic closed. They're really nice boxes. I think I'm going to give Jeannie all my boxes when I'm done because I don't have any place to put them. She can use them to mail stuff to you guys. It was a door banner of the month, and you didn't get them. I mean, you had to wait a month for each one. Like you were going to do one, and then it would be done, and then the next one would arrive. And yeah, no, mine just kind of stacked up. But I'm working on them now. I've got 2 done, and they're small enough. They're only like 23 by like 45 or something. Yeah, they're really cute. And I'm sure some quilt shops probably still have some, but they're 100% piecing. But I where I was going was they're small enough to where I can quilt them on my Solaris. So, which is really fun. And you know, they're not ginormous, so it takes like 50 hoopings. I think it only took like 9. So it's really easy to quilt them on the machine. So that's what I'm working on as far as piecing goes. I think black is next for his little eye. Oh no, linen. Linen. I gotta get linen. And then it'll be black. Okay. Linen. little cottontail. Let's see. We're done with bark. Black is next. And then we're going to do the lettering, which is aloe. Okay. Now his little eye. Who had rabbits growing up? I did. I had a little rabbit. Her name was Pearl. She was white. She was all white. Her name was Pearl. I used to bring her in the house. She's like a real pet. Okay, next is the lettering. So I'm going to use sage. Grab the sage. Okay, that's the lettering. Okay, we need the buttercup for the flowers. Yep, buttercup. Okay, of flowers. We're almost done with this one already. Pearl, Pearl was my little rabbit. I had a rabbit growing up. Her name was Pearl because she was all white. I was pretty little. I was, I don't know, 7, 8 when I had Pearl. And I just loved her. She was so sweet. She would hang out in the house and everything. She did sleep outside. We lived in a place that never got cold. Kind of down by Selena's, if any of you know where that is. By Carmel, although Carmel's quite a ways away, but Monterey. That is where we lived. And I think I got a rabbit for Easter. I think I got her for Easter, if I remember right. I also had a parakeet when I was growing up. Parakeet. And I remember she came with a record, my parakeet did, and it just said over and over, because it was trying to teach her how to talk. So you just play this record and it would just say this one thing over and over and over, the whole record. And it said, canaries are cute, but they can't talk. And it said it over and over for the whole record. Drove my mom crazy. She never learned how to say it. She could whistle and she could say pretty bird, but that's about it. And my sister had a hamster. His name was Ernie. It's funny how you remember this stuff, right? But I was just wondering if anybody else had a rabbit for a pet growing up. Pearl was your mom's name? Aww. What's a Belvedere? Is that a dog? Is that a kind of a dog, or? I don't know what a Belvedere is. What's a Belvedere? Okay, what's next? Oh, pink. We're going with passion. Middle of the flowers. Oh, it's a gray bunny. Oh, I didn't know they had a name. I don't know. What's a white bunny called? Is that called something? Rabbits are good pets. You would steal their cereal. Okay, I think we're going to be ready to put her back on again here. In our hanging tabs. Okay, yep. And I'm going to change the color. I'll do it when we're done here, but I'm going to change the color to cream. Over here. Okay. Move the camera over. All right. All right, let's do our hanging tabs. Let's get some tape ready. So that my tape kind of long because. Okay. So we're going to fold one of these. Make sure you could see what I'm doing here. Now, where's my little... So again, we just want to cover up with the fold. And I'm going to go 1/8 of an inch. Just make sure you're doing the same thing each time so that they hang evenly. Tape it down. Okay. Grab another tab. That's here. Okay, just cover that line. Scoot it right there. That's probably down a little too far. Just covering it, just to the bottom of that border line. Our tape. You also want to make sure when it's folded that when it's folded over, like the sides are even as you can get. You know, you don't want them to be like this. You know what I mean? You don't want them to be like that. You want them to be lined up. That could be another issue when it's hanging, is if it's not, the sides aren't lined up. Okay? So then I just kind of pick it up and look at it, see if they look pretty even. Yeah, they look good. Okay. So now we need one with the fold. And again, I'm going to check and see. Sure, I'm at least 1/4 of an inch away from this bottom stitch line here. And then a regular one that's not folded. And we want, at least over 1/2 an inch. If you can get 1 inch, that'd be great, of overlap here. Okay, we'll get some tape. Oh, get some tape. That's a cute name, Belvedere. I like that. We got my granddaughter when she was about 5 or 6 or something. We got her a little kitten that we keep at our house. And I told her, I said, "It's your kitten. You get to name it." I said, "What do you want to name it?" And she was so cute. It was every word she could think of. She goes, "Her name is Sparkle, Rainbow, Princess, Moonbeam." I mean, she just came up with all of whatever cute little, thing her, little brain could come up with. You know, she just rattled them all off. But then she looked at me and she goes, but we will call her Rosie. So Rosie has her real name, which is really long, but we will call her Rosie. It's the cutest thing ever. Oops. Okay, we're back to the machine. I'll move you over here in just a second. I gotta change the thread out. You don't have to change the thread out, but you know, it'd be my luck. Just, you know, you would see. And this is light. Light material, so I just want to make sure you can't see it. Oops. Okay, again, let's make sure, yeah. Again, I'm going to do slowly, and I'm going to hold my nail just on the tip there so it doesn't get pushed. You could raise your foot. I don't suggest you put a finger in here, but I kind of know where it's going. I'm going to stop this one because it seems really high. I'm going to hold the button down till it gets on there. Okay. There we go. Watch it here, make sure it doesn't lift up that little flap. All right. Look at that, number 2 done. See, this is something you can get done in a day. And it's a quick win. And you know, sometimes you need that. You need the quick win. You know, when your sojo isn't so rockin'. And you just get in there and get something going and finished. And this is one of those things. Some tape under here. Okay.
He's not.
Okay. Let's get this one turned out. Out of the way. Quarter-inch away. You know, you're not taking too much off. Okay. Make sure your iron's heated up. We've got to put on our fleece. Okay. 1/4 inch. Okay. Close that. Oof. Okay. We can clip the corners. Like I said, I don't go very close. That's as close as I ever want to get to the stitches. I don't know if you can see the stitches, but they're pretty far away. I don't want to create a hole where there isn't one. So I'm probably at least 2 stitches away. Okay. All right. Oh, we got to put this on, huh? I almost forgot. I'll put that one on. Let's get this up here. And our iron. Our big, massive iron. Hold it down for a few minutes or a few seconds. Not a few minutes. Preferably you have water in your, or spritz it. You could spritz it. I don't have that either in here. But that's if you don't like water in your iron and something needs steam. But you can see how it likes to stick to that poly mesh. Okay, let it cool just a little bit so it doesn't come off. Okay, let's do it. My thumb up there. My finger. Okay. Those look good. Okay. You're going to want to go back and, snip some little threads or whatever. And again, I'm just going to iron the back because I have felt on here. Let me make sure my corners are good looking. Okay. Kind of roll my seams a little bit just so they lay a little flat. Just like to roll them. Okay. All right, let's just throw the iron on here and that kind of irons the front. Get that. Done with number 2. Well, if I knew where my... Oh, it's over here, almost falling on the floor. Again, you don't want to go all the way to the edge because you have that seam there. So just short of the edge, we're just going to slide it in there to where we can't see it anymore. Get it warm without melting anything else. This iron is hot. Okay. Let it cool. Let it cool. Otherwise, the glue will just come up with it. Carefully take that off. Okay. Make sure it's as far down as you want. And it's closed. Number 2's done. There it is. H-O. Ho. Let's finish it, shall we? Okay. All right. One last tubing. Everybody still with me? I'm so glad you're hanging on there and hanging out with me. I really, really appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. It helps the shop, helps the channel. And if you're so inclined, a thumbs up would be awesome. That also helps A1's channel. Okay. That's nice. Nice, you know. Not too tight, but almost, in case you're ever wondering. All right, let's move back over here. I have to move the chair, so I have to stand up. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta get over these wires. Here we go. Back to the machine. And we're gonna do it all again. We have our linen in. Conveniently, just super nice. We're gonna, I'm just gonna go and get my pea. Just going to my USB set, embroidery, and we're off. Get my piece of background. I skipped some stitches there, but I'm not worried about it because it's not holding anything down. It's just a placement line. No need to go back over that. Okay, so I'm gonna even it out. There we go. We're inside the square. Let's look on this end. We need to turn it a little bit there. Let's see. We're inside the square. That's good. I think we're good. Tack down and quilting. You could use spray, you know, to kind of hold it in place. But as you can see, it's not too difficult to get it straight in that square. You could use spray, you could use a little thing of a, you know, glue stick just to hold it down if you're worried about it moving. But you can see it does really well. And what's after this? Let's see. Sage. The lighter green. Pretty sage for the border. How's everyone doing? Is anybody sewing this with me or sewing anything right now? If you're not sewing this, what are you sewing on? Get our sage green ready for a boda. Okay.
This is also one of my favorite songs.
Sage green. And we're off. So for the Janine Babich fanatics out here, this is what we have coming up next. Oh, very good. Very good, Marion. Elizabeth Hartman's Show and Tell quilt. I'll have to Google that and see what it looks like. Well, this is what we have coming up next. And this was a lot of fun to stitch out, I have to say. The fabrics that we picked out. And once again, if you buy the kit from A1, you'll have both colorways. And she does have a thread kit. But you have to see these flowers. These flowers are just, I mean, they're almost like psychedelic. Aren't they fun? And then here's the flowers on this one. Isn't that fun? And the little cherries. What do you think of the yellow? Do you think that that's too light? Should I have used maybe red or I guess I could have done orange, huh? I could have done this orange maybe for the letters. What do you think? I mean, if you get the thread kit, you know, you can use, I mean, you'll get all of these colors, so you could use them anywhere you want. But I was thinking maybe orange might be a little brighter. What do you guys think? You think orange would have, I did orange around this outside, which is probably why I didn't do orange for the letters. You know, because when I'm doing these, I'm like, oh, I think orange will look pretty. And then I'm like, oh, what am I going to do for the letters? And then, you know, maybe I could have done a peach. I don't know. Or do you like the yellow? What do you think? What do you guys think? Oh, yay, Sylvia. Is it? Okay. So I want to say it's Sylvia, right? The S is, it's Sylvia's family, so Sylvia. Okay. I'm like, Sylvana? What is Sylvia's? It's Sylvia. Orange would look good, huh? I think the orange would look good. And then just do a different border maybe, or, you know, I guess an orange border, you know. I don't know. I think I did the border first, and then I'm like, oh, now I need a color for the letters. And then I have red here, so I'm like, I know I want to do red here, and I know the letters are going to be that, so I was just like, but yeah, pink or peach or orange. I like the orange, and then maybe pink or peach around here, maybe, or even, I don't know. Because I kind of feel like that's a little, you can't really see it. Oh, Minky for the cloud. How cute would that, well, she also, okay, which I did not do because we didn't think of it until after I'd done these, is she included vinyl, clear vinyl, which, so that'll be in your kit. For the umbrellas and the boots, make them shine, you know, that'll be cute with some minky. Oh my gosh, yes, 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 yes. So when we make it, I will have the vinyl and I'll do the vinyl. So I hope you guys join me for that one. And I think it's on the calendar for like April 8th or something. But, you know, if you're subscribed to YouTube, there's a little bell. I don't know if you know about the bell. When you subscribe, right next to that is a bell. And if you click that bell, a drop-down menu will come. And you can pick, like, sometimes, always, or never. And what that does is it lets you know when they upload a video or if they're going live, if they're live. So you'll get a little pop-up on your phone, you know, or on your computer, or, you know, you'll get a little pop-up saying, you know, A1 is live. And so you want to do that drop-down and you want to put always. For the channels that you don't want to miss anything, yeah, I would do the drop down and do always. For the channels that, you know, I don't know why you would use sometimes or never. Well, never, I get it. You know, it's, you just want to see it when you see it. But sometimes, why only sometimes? It should just be always or never. I don't know. But I would do always for A1 because, number one, you never know when Jeannie's going to go live. She's pretty spontaneous that way. Okay, what's next? That was our border. I think we're going to do our bunny, right? No, our P. Our P, which is mango. Mango, right? Yeah. Mango smoothie. Let's go back over here. Our border is done. So yeah, some people don't know about the bell or how it works, or that it has a drop down, you know, they'll just click the bell and then they don't know what setting it's on because they didn't look at the drop down. And it could be on sometimes, which is weird. Okay, here we go. yeah, that's coming up. What else is coming up? Of course, stitch your sewing room. I'm working on that now. And, Riley Blake is kind of new to machine embroidery. And their instructions are getting better. They're getting better. So here's the deal with what I'm finding out about the door hanger. The door hanger has little blocks, little heart blocks that go in the corners. They're cornerstone blocks for this door hanger. And they have a measurement of 3 3/8 square. So 3 3/8 by 3 3/8. And they don't give you a cut line. The cut line, or the stitch out, the stitch that goes around it, is not at that measurement, which they could have easily given us that measurement to just cut on that stitch line, but they did not do that. And of course the heart has to be centered. They do give you a plus, like the crosshairs in the middle of the block, so that you can, but who has a ruler that's 3 3/8 by 3 3/8? Nobody. So, like, what do? You cut it in by 3 1/2? No, it would be, 3 1/4. Because 4/8 is a quarter, right? No, 4/8 is a half. Ugh, quilt math makes my brain hurt. So 4/8 is a half. So you could cut by 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. And then you have to take what off around? I mean, there's just like no way. What ruler has a 16th? You would take off a 16? Right? Because you got 4/8. So take off maybe an 1/8 all the way around. But you couldn't do that because it would have to be, that would make it a quarter. That would make it 3 1/4. So you would have to somehow figure out how to take off a 16th on each edge to get to 3 3/8. And I don't have a ruler that has 16th. All my rulers start at 8. Right? Why do they do that? Thank you for being here, Kimberly. Have a great day. Oh, Cindy, you went through, oh my gosh. It's so scary, isn't it? When your body just like takes over and says, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, it was just, I was just talking, I was literally talking to, and if you don't know, I was here at the store talking to Janine a week ago, 2 Fridays, and I just had a stroke. I just had a stroke right in front of her. And, but I was talking to her, and all of a sudden I couldn't talk, and I'm trying to talk. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm holding up my finger going, hold on, give me a minute. I don't know what's happening here. She's like, oh my God, are you okay? I'm like, I don't know what's happening. It only lasted for like, less than a minute. And and she took me straight to the hospital. Poor thing. She was just, we gotta go right now. Yeah, it was pretty weird. And I am very thankful that there was nothing residual. No residual negative effects. So I'm all back to normal. Just 1 minute I couldn't talk, and then I was trying to talk, and then I could talk. It was just weird. It was just like that. It was just, you know, side of my face went numb, my arm went numb, you know. It was scary, but yeah. No, they did not find out why. I mean, all my numbers and blood work and all of that were just perfect. Everything was perfect. Couldn't be more perfect in that realm of health. They couldn't tell me why. So I'm like, okay, well, but I mean, they did every test imaginable. And I mean, they checked me up, down, sideways, backwards, you know. And so I feel confident that if something major was going on, we would have found it. So I feel pretty good about that. Okay, we are moving on to our bunny. So we're going to grab bark. Poor Jeannie, she stayed with me until my husband got there, and she did not leave my side. She was right there with me the whole time. Just so sweet and incredibly, just made me feel good. I mean, you know, we were laughing about it. We're just like, oh my gosh, it's the weirdest thing ever. But yeah, she was incredible. That couldn't have happened in front of a better person, that's for sure. Okay, outline for our rabbit. Let's see if I can get it out of this little piece. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, maybe this way. Oh, maybe. Yeah, looks like I can. All right, so don't be afraid to cut your felt in the measurement they want in the instructions. But you could just make it easy on yourself and not cut it. Okay, gotta get my scissors. What do we got here? Yeah, it is tough when they let us down. I'm on one of those too, Cindy. I had one on one of those. Is it one where, like, if you feel funny, you push the button? That's the one they put on mine. See, they didn't give me any clot buster medicine. They didn't do that. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't do that. But I don't know, maybe it's because it was like completely over. I don't know. I know, when our bodies go haywire, we're just like, whoa. Ooh, they're having fun out there. It's nice when you can have fun at work. I've always had, you know, when I was younger, stressful jobs. So it's nice just to enjoy myself. I mean, I couldn't be having more fun than I am right now. Okay, satin stitch. We're still leaving the bark in. Yeah, that. Oh no. Oh God. Couldn't make it any worse, could they? Oh. Well, we made it. Great. I'm on the third one. Yeah, we made it to the other side though, so that's the important part, right? Okay, and then linen. Let's get our linen ready for his little tail. How you doing? I'm perfect. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Yes, I'm good. Huh? Oh, good. Good. Thank you.
Yeah, we already talked about it. You're back.
Yeah, needless to say, I freaked everybody out here. We are moving right along. Their little bunny. What's that? I guess that's the way it's supposed to be. Do our little cottontail next. Is anybody thinking about doing a little pom-pom for his tail? Yeah, you could just put it over, but you should see the stitching. Let's look at it. See the stitching on the tail? Isn't that pretty? Looks like I could move the light over here. Yeah, too bright. Isn't it cute? But you could just put a little pom-pom over that if you wanted. That would look super cute too. They do care. Everybody here is just amazing. Just amazing. pom would look cute. Yes, the stitching is adorable. I don't know if I'd want to cover it up, you know? It's really cute. But a pom-pom would be cute. Okay, we are done with bark. And we're going to put in our linen. Here we go.
She's not helping me.
Black is next for his eye. His little eye, and then quickly after that is the lettering, aloe. Okay, we're done with linen for now, but we are going to put it in the end, right? So here's his first little eye. Oops. Okay. All right. Okay. And then the yellow for the lettering. Now this is a bit longer than the other stitch outs, so this would be a good time to go get a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, or a glass of whatever your preference is. Stretch your legs, the blood flowing. We're done with black. It is cute. It is cute. They're all cute. I can't. There's a Christmas one I really, really want to do. It just says joy. And it's so pretty. It's so pretty. We gotta take the dogs out. Now they don't wait for stitching. They're like, take us out now. We have a little chihuahua and he'll just sit about stare at you and bark. Okay. It's basically saying stop everything you're doing right now. But he is an old man. He's an old little chihuahua. How is he? Like 13, 12 or 13? Well, hello, Wanda. How you doing? So, just as a reminder, we have this colorway that we're stitching out, and I'll show you this one. This also comes in your kit if you buy the kit here. This is the other colorway. And all of the colors in this, all the threads are in the thread kit to do this one. They're just kind of, you know, like this is passion, but this is the mango. I don't think we use this one. No, we don't use this one in the one we're making. You could do a white rabbit if you have some white felt. So this is the other colorway. So remember, you get both colorways if you get the kit here. So super cute. Yes, yes, it's adorable. That is the background that Jeannie picked. Jeannie picked that one. So of course it's. Uh-oh. Am I bobbin? Am I bobbin? Okay. All right, that's a problem I can solve, right? I got bobbins right here. Cut. Oh, good. It stopped like on the fill underneath the underneath fill of the satin stitch. So. I hate it when it stops on a satin stitch, because you can tell. I know you can. Okay, putting in a new bobbin. That's a brand new bobbin. All right. I am gonna go back like 10 stitches. If you don't know how to do that, I could show you real quick. This would be the same on a lot of different machines. I'm not familiar with all of the machines, but we have a plus minus with a needle here. I'm going to hit that. And then we have all kinds of options. I can go back 1 stitch. I can go forward 1 stitch. I can go back 10. I can go forward 10. I can go back 100. I can go forward 100. And 1,000. And then I can go back to 0, which is the beginning of the whole stitch, the whole stitch out. But I'm just going to go back 10. I'm going to go back 10, and that's it. I'm not going to go back anymore. And then you say okay, and it goes right back to the screen. Okay.
Straight up to Jeannie.
Just in case we have some new people, and then I'm just going to. Now, you can tie a knot, which, you know, in some cases you might want to do that. So here, you know, like if it did stop during the satin stitch, I would want to tie a knot because I don't want that to come back up. So you just hit this, and it'll just tie a knot in place, and then I'm going to go back, okay? And that way I don't have to worry about it coming undone. even though that was on the under and it's going to be stitched over, sometimes you're on the top and you just don't want that to come undone. I don't know that it would, but it's just better safe than sorry in my book. You know? Especially when the back is going to be covered up, so that extra little knot doesn't really matter, nobody's going to see it. But that's how you tie a knot in place if you ever want to do that. It's a little circle button. I have a to-do pile of kits too. That we all do. I've got one. Let's see, it's got the door banners in it, some bench pillows, a lot of hoop studio. Yeah, I hate to think about it. But yeah. Okay, we're done with the green. What's next? Hello, Buttercup. We're doing our flowers already. Let's grab our Buttercup. Buttercup. Oh, I'll put it here.
This is like one of those like
Oops.
Every time you come in the store, you so remind me of one of
Okay. More flowers. We're almost done with the last one. Yeah, tying a knot, I mean, it can't hurt, right? And it's just a button, so that makes it easy. Sometimes I'll, when I'm piecing, I'll use that button if I have to iron the seam open. I'll push that button at the very beginning and the very end and just tie knots at the beginning and end, because when you iron your seam open, it kind of spreads those. Or you could backstitch too, same thing, just locking it. Good thinking, Cindy. I like that. I like that. That's actually really smart thinking. That's a good way to think about it. You know, I don't know where you live, but maybe you get tons of snow and you just don't want to go anywhere. Or nobody can come and visit, or you don't, you know, your social calendar is like nil. That's when you go in your sewing room and you pull out one of those kits, right? Well, this is, like I said, this is an easy win, this kit is. You could do this in a day. Feel good about yourself. Say, oh, mark that one off. It always feels good to mark one off, doesn't it? When you get one done, you're like, yay! And I mean all the way done. Not like just the top done, but you've actually quilted and bound and all of that. Oh, the Oregon coast. Are you by Coos Bay? There's a There's a quilt shop there. There's a quilt shop in Coos Bay. It does feel good, doesn't it? And you're like, woohoo! Time for a cocktail. Pat yourself on the back. $60 miles. That's not too bad. I mean, I know the coastal highways are probably always like crazy and busy, especially during the summertime. But 60 miles isn't too bad. I mean, Reno for me is 50 miles one way. So it doesn't stop me. I get in the car and drive. Okay. Passion. We're ready for passion, middle of our flowers. Oh, don't you hate it when your thread unravels off the spool and then gets all tangled and you have to cut a big part of it off. It just feels so wasteful. I don't know why that happens. Okay, middle of our flowers. We are almost done. What color is Into Spring sewed in? Into Spring. Oh, that is aloe. That's aloe. So this green around the outside is sage, so it's a little lighter. So this is aloe. It's a glide aloe. I don't know if you could see that. Oh, there we go. There we go. See if I can get it to focus. Don't you hate this? Does it make you as sick as it does me when people do this? I'm like, get out of my face. But anyway, it's aloe. I can't get it to focus. Okay, we are ready to take this out and put, let me move you over here. Put our backing on and our tabs. I sneakily made the tags. Figured you didn't want to watch me do that again. Okay. Let's see, what do we got? That's a good view. All right, get our little ruler and our tabs. Okay, I'm putting the 1/8 of an inch on the outside. Oh, I didn't get my tape ready. Gotta have the tape ready, otherwise you have to let go of it and it just gets out of place. Okay. All right. So the 1/8 of an inch is on the outside of my border. And I'm going to cover up the border. I'm going to snug it up there, and then I'm going to cover it up. Cover up the bottom of the border with the fold. Just like we've done. Just like we've done. Get our other one. Okay. Always want to do it the same way we've done it. Cover up the bottom, snug it up. Okay. Here we go. All right, lift it up, look at it. This one looks a little wonky. Oh, gosh darn it. This one came up too. Okay, we're going to do this again. 1/8 of an inch. Let's not get it wonky. Let's get it straight. So the other day when oh my gosh, where are my words? Okay, 1/8 of an inch. I keep wanting to say Bruce Lee, but it's the other guy. Who was it that passed away, the karate guy? Why can't I think of his? That made me so sad. You think some people are just never going to die, like they're just like so invincible. He's pretty young for being in the shape he was in, right? Hi. Oh my gosh, I can't think of it. That's going to drive me crazy. Somebody say it. Thank you. Chuck Norris. Yes, Chuck Norris. Great guy, right? But my daughter texts me. She's like, her daughter, my granddaughter, texted her, my daughter, and said, Chuck Norris died. Did you know who he was? And my daughter's like, yes. I knew who he was. But that's so funny. Did you know who that was? She goes, yes, he's really cool. Maybe not as cool as Bruce Lee, but he's pretty cool. My daughter loves Bruce Lee. Okay. And my granddaughter is doing boxing, so maybe that's where she heard it. Okay, I think we're done. We've taped all the way around. We've got this done. We've got to do our last. Oh, let's change out our wait, no, I don't want to do pink. You can do pink. You probably won't see it. But I'm not taking any chances. I'm putting linen in. Oops. Bumping the camera. I'm going to do that while I can bump the camera and not drive you guys crazy. Move my chair. There we go. And look at the view. Let's see. That's pretty good. We might move it. So, okay. Let's put our hoop back on. Put our thread on. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. Seems to do okay. Okay, yeah, we're okay there. I'm just gonna let it go. Let it go. Get my finger out of there. Looks like we're okay. Watch that flap. We're good. There's the happy music. Okay. Let's go back over here. I'm going to move this camera way out of the way since we're done with it. Okay. Right. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's take our tape off. How are we doing? Yeah, 86. I mean, don't you think that's young for Texas Walker? Yeah. Don't you think that's young for as good a shape he was in? I don't know. You just never know when your time is up, I guess. A good, long, wonderful life, didn't he? It's a respectable life. A respectable, long life. Okay, got all of our tape off. We're done with our hoop. So when you store your hoops, another thing, don't over tighten this. Just make it, I mean, you can still pop it out of there. You know, I hang mine on the wall. I just have like a coat rack thing hanging on my wall, and I hang my hoops on it. But don't over tighten this, because I guess you can warp them. If you tighten it up really tight and nothing's in it, you can warp them. So it's just another little thing I heard. Okay, we're going to cut this. We don't want to warp hoops. They're expensive. Hoops are expensive. Okay, 1/4 of an inch. Not taking much off at all. There we go. Quarter of an inch. One more time. Okay. Close that. I have to say that to myself every time, because it just scares the bejesus out of me that I'm going to cut myself. Those things are so sharp. And this one, the edge is very exposed. Can you see that? The edge is really exposed on that. So, I mean, I have to think about it every time. But I do like that rotary cutter. It's nice and heavy, and it fits nicely in my hand. But that's the only thing that scares me about it. Well, he looked young. He looked really good. All they said was he had a medical emergency. Oh, we got to do our thing. So, maybe a heart attack or something, you know. It's just his time, I guess. Okay. I think I have to wait for that to heat up a little bit. You don't want to put this on this cold. It'll just lift it up and yeah. gives us a few minutes. Just see, this is what happens. I just want to show you. See that? See how it's coming unraveled on the spool? I don't know if you could see that or not, but this is like a loop, and it's just going to keep coming and keep coming and keep coming until I get to there. And that's like a lot. And then down here, it'll just get into a knot, and I'll have to cut some off. Of course, this time it didn't, but I don't know why that happens. I'll try to ravel it up really tight so that doesn't happen. That's happening on this one too. Can you see this? See, the end is in here, but there's this loop. That's so annoying. Because now that's going to all have to be unraveled, and oh. Why? Why do these things happen? Oh, it's not a big deal, right? It's something to complain about. I remember it'll work, it'll stick a lot better if you spritz it with a little water or use steam. Oh, I pulled it. See how it pulled it up there? It's okay. Okay. I think that'll be okay. It really did. It'll be okay though. All right, cool it off. I think we're done with that. I'm not sure how to turn it off. I'm going to have to ask. Yeah, it drives me crazy when it happens. I mean, there are these little things, those little things that wrap around that hold it, but it's like I can't buy however many I would need for every spool of thread that I have, right? I mean, that's just, that would... It's just sewing problems. Okay. Oh, we got some tape here. These look good. You always want to check, make sure nothing weird or wonky. I don't even know if I'm in frame. I'm sorry. Go. Try and get my thumb in here. Put my finger in there. There we go. And there it is. Let's give it a good iron. Isn't that cute? Oh, I don't like that. What happened there? I didn't even look. Do you see that? I didn't get my full. See how full it is here? And here. It didn't even really stitch. I wasn't paying attention. Well, shame on me. That's on me. Maybe I'll paint it in. Okay, let's give it a real quick iron here. Okay. One last step. That is hot. Again, make it a little shorter than your, just a little bit, just so it goes up to the, tuck it in so you can't see it. And heat her up. Good afternoon. Is that Renata? I can't really see. Computer's a little far away from me. Hey, thanks for being here.
Hey, Tammy.
Let it cool. Whew. That iron is really hot. Man. If you're looking for a hot iron, be Aliso. Or what is Aliso? That is hot. Okay. and seal it up. Look at there. What are we looking at? Less than 3 hours. And we have an adorable springtime little hanger to put in the center of our table. Isn't that cute? What do you think? Did it turn out cute? Gotta take care of some. These scissors are overkill here. But yeah, here's some little scissors. There. Yeah, I could spend half a day just looking for little jump stitches. There's one here. Okay. So cute. Now remember, we have this one coming up. This one's next. And these flowers are just so much fun to stitch out. And I hope you guys join me for this one. All right, you guys. When will you be on again? Next week. Next week. Let me look at my phone. Next week, what am I doing? My phone will tell me. Let's see, next week. On, well, April 2nd. That is a Thursday. Same time, and we are doing this. This is what we'll be doing. And if you get your kit, you have, 8 days if you haven't gotten it yet, so you can still get it. You get both colorways and everything. And then the thread kit does both of them. So, yeah, think about it. But at least join me next Thursday. If you're on the fence, when I make it, you're going to be like, okay, I got to do it. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. This one was sweet and quick. This one takes a little longer because it has some intense stitching on these flowers and stuff. But it's so worth it. And again, we're going to do vinyl here on the boots and the umbrella, so they're going to be shiny. It's going to be fun. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. And I just can't say it enough. I missed you guys. And I don't think I'll ever go that long again. Not going to happen. All right? Jeannie walks by here and does the goofiest things as she's walking by. And I just can't help myself. Oh, she's so funny. Okay, you guys take care. Don't forget, subscribe, thumbs up, do all the things, do all the things. And we appreciate you. You can come say goodbye?
Bye! How was it? Did you guys have so much fun?
We did.
Guys, it's so cute! It is so cute.
And this is next week.
Yep, that's next week. And we do have, if you love, this fabric, I think we have, we also have it in the cream.
Oh, that's right.
And the cream is so gorgeous,
the same
too.
flowers, but the lighter background. Oh, yeah, that's pretty.
So, all right. I'm right here.
Okay.
You know how to, so we're out. We'll see you later, guys. So,
take care. I want to see you guys Thursday, okay? Just pop in and say hi. I would just love that.
How do we finish?
I don't know. Do we go here?